Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida, welcome to the Paperstac podcast, where we cover current topics in the note industry, give you tactics for your note business, and talk with industry leaders to make you a better note investor. And now, your hosts, Brett Burky and Rick Allen.
Hey, welcome back. Another Paperstac Snackable. Rick Allen, Brett Burky here to drop some knowledge bombs on you. Mm-hmm. A Snackable is just it's a shallow dive into a deep topic. We're going to take the top sediment, as Brett mentioned last time, and we're going to look at it, slice it, dice it, give you the stuff we think is most important, and give you something to chew on and maybe put you off into a direction of research. Go look at what we talked about and go from there. So what do you got for us today, bud?
The questions I have are, what are the 9 exit strategies you can have with a non-performing loan?
Where do you come up with this? 9, 7, 3?
I just make up a number and just make you come up with reasons.
All right, well, yeah. So I'm going to talk about it, I don't know how many I'm going to come up with, but I'm going to talk about what I feel are the most important things for, what are the exit strategies for NPN. So first and foremost, I'm going to start talking about the quickest and the easiest path of resistance, which I feel is turning them back to reperforming loans, right? If you got somebody who's non-performing, I would ask the question, do you want to keep your house, right? Mm-hmm. Treat them like a person, get that information. 8 times out of 10, they'll be like, yeah, I want to keep it. I don't want to lose my home. Great. Collect some money from them up front, put them on a forbearance plan, turn them into a reperforming loan, least amount of money out of your pocket, fastest time to getting money in, generating returns, pay down your principal on there, or pay down to your basis by getting some money up front. So That's easy, right?
Makes sense. Second one?
Deed in lieu. If you feel like you're going to have to go through this and they're not going to give the house up, or they don't have money, or they don't afford it, they don't qualify, you have to go through, I do the deed in lieu route.
What is a deed in lieu?
So deed in lieu of foreclosure. So in lieu of going through foreclosure, they're going to agree to sign the house over to you. And in exchange for that, you're going to forgive the mortgage and usually agree not to come after them for any sort of deficiencies or anything like that. And I like to handcuff and tie that strategy together with my next strategy, which is a consent judgment. Because sometimes whenever you're doing a deed in lieu, something pops up, like there is a second lien, or maybe they put a roof on and there's something that needs to be closed out, a mechanic's lien, or there's just, all these different things, a homeowners association lien or something that could pop up. So what I do is I have them sign a consent judgment, usually for some cash, which agrees that I'm not going to come after them, but they're consenting to judgment or consenting to the foreclosure.
Mm.
It should fast forward it through the foreclosure process.
Okay.
So I do that with deed in lieu, and I have them usually sign both documents up front, knowing I'm going to try for deed in lieu first, but if something pops up on title, or maybe there's a consent judgment signed because there's a second mortgage and I'm trying to negotiate with the second mortgage, I just bundle those two together. Next one is foreclosure. You're going to have to foreclose on the property. This is just part of the business. It's going to happen. You're going to have to foreclose. So really, that ties into the next 4 or 5 things, is what do you do with it once you foreclose and you get the house back? Well, resell it, right? So you can resell it for cash to an investor. You could resell it for cash to an owner-occupant, which is very common right now.
Seller financing.
Yeah, you could sell it for cash to an owner-occupant. So there's a lot of buyers out there with cash right now, especially here in Florida. People moving down from the Northeast, that they've sold their house and they've got cash. So you can go that route. You can resell it to an investor. Somebody who's going to do a fix and flip on this thing. Mm-hmm. That's something that's very common. And then shortly right after that is you can owner finance the property, and you can do the same thing. I can owner finance it to a home owner occupant, mm-hmm. somebody who's going to live in the home, or I can owner finance it to an investor, somebody who's going to do the fix and flip thing, or they're going to keep it as an Airbnb, or they're going to keep it as a rental.
No, that's pretty cool.
And then finally, rental. You can rent it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, if you're doing the owner finance play, you can sell partials. There's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of little branches you can go off in that sector. Mm-hmm. But those are kind of the high level things that I look at as like, look, if it's an NPN, this is what I'm trying to do. And it really comes down to, look, like, what's your appetite? Do you want to own the property? Do you like to keep it as debt? And that'll kind of tell you which route you're going to go.
I like it. It's good, man.
Perfect.
That was short and sweet, man.
Short, sweet, to the point. That's the goal, isn't it?
Right, it is. Cool. Well, I guess we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.